is pre-season in Sao Paulo, Brazil. I am one of the commentators for this evening, which is NRX Storm. I am also joined by a familiar face in the comms box and in One Hub, which is Jamie Met 92. And good evening to Jamie.
Hello everybody, I'm very excited to be here, and yeah, this should be a good race. Obviously, so before we get going, I'll quickly mention our sponsors who have kindly supported this league yet again. We've got Next Level Racing, who are sponsoring this league by providing a Next Level Racing direct drive wheel stand to our driver season award. That's a brand new award, and more information on that as the season goes along. We've also got 3M Sim Racing, who are sponsoring the league by providing a pair of their sim racing gloves, the driver who has the most poles and fastest laps combined. We've also got Versamatine, who are supporting our championship with the prizes on offer, and we're also sponsored by the ERT racing team. And in this tier, we do have two ERT drivers in Dane Star and Kyle.
Yeah, as you mentioned, the sponsors there. We also have a TAS system that is brought into One Hub. It won't be a pre-season this evening, but it will be starting from round one. TAS is a fantastic piece of equipment which is made and produced by TAS Tierbold. It is used in all of One Hub racing tiers. It is used for the commentators to give us more inclusive and the information for the drivers that are on the track. It can give us how many warnings they've got, penalties, tyre wear, damage, everything. So we're just waiting for the drivers to get into the lobby. A few names that I do recognise from Precision tier last season. We've got Dane Star, we've got Lukey, we've got White Fountain. There's a few new drivers as well. We've got J. Luke, Casper, Ali B, Glock. There's also Yarnell. We've also got Larkin. Colin, I think, has moved up as well from the points tier, I believe. And we've also got and we've got ERT Kyle as well. So new season, new teammates, and potentially new rivals, as well as we see every season a different teammate possibly, or a different rival. But I'm sure it's going to be an absolute fantastic season in Precision this season, with Jamie and whoever the commentator is with him as well.
Carol, yeah, it should be a good season. I'm enjoying it. We've got a few former champions as well. We've got White Fountain in this lobby. We've got Lukey, Dane Star, Yarnell. Yeah, we've got a few former champions this tier as well, which is going to be good to see how these. And Casper, of course, who won the podium tier last season. So, quite a lot of experience this tier, and a lot of these guys have raced this league for many years. So the likes of Lukey, Dane Star, White Fountain, they all know each other very well, but there's a few other new guys as well, so it's quite a good mix, and I think this tier should offer up some nice, close, competitive racing, as it's a Sao Paulo circuit. It's quite an interesting one, and obviously you can see weather here, and what's your thoughts on the Sao Paulo circuit?
For me, obviously, just coming off the racing prospect here, as we both know, the changing conditions can completely throw strategies out the window. But in One Hub, they do have a mandatory two-stop strategy, so you have to pit 2 times, either dry or wet. So, but from personal experience, I do like the track. It's very unique. I think Turn 1 and Turn 2 can provide some controversial moments because of track limits, but obviously you've got that long end of the lap where we've got that long straight, so it's definitely going to be interesting. Obviously we don't know the weather yet either, so but all together, if you can get a good lap, then you're definitely going to be up there.
Obviously you're talking about, good. Obviously the main talk about this game, a lot of people mention it, is the curbs in this game, and I noticed in our race tonight, a few of these curbs are quite lethal, and you've got to give these curbs a little bit more leeway than previous games, and also the cars are a lot more understeery, so the setups are going to be quite different, especially cars with a lot more wing to counter the understeer effect from this game. As I believe we're going to have a little delay, maybe wait for a couple more drivers to join us. We've got 12 drivers tonight, and obviously pre-season, it's a chance for drivers to see who they think they're going to be racing with this season. And obviously Ali was asked about was asked in the pre-race interviews, he was asked what's his thoughts on F1 2021 so far. He says it's tough to get used to, obviously with a different handling model. It's going to take drivers time to really crack a game, and you may see a few guys have slow starts to this season.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting one in this tier, because obviously we've got the likes of Danestar, who had a fantastic season last season with Nick, One Hub owner, in his corner for teammate. Obviously, Nick has gone up to Pinnacle with the only Toma in that tier. But yeah, I think Danestar will be looking to get that championship again and put himself up on the top. It's very hard to say in pre-season, because everyone treats it as, you know, finding out each other's pace, finding out where you sit in the tier. Like, are you at the front, are you at the middle, or are you at the back? You know, it's kind of that test to see who's where. But I think AlphaTauri will be a strong team this season with the two drivers they have got.
Yeah, they're really competitive. Two former champions. So Danestar's a two-time champion, so Danestar definitely knows how to win. It's not White Fountain, so you've got a couple of multiple champions tier, and yeah, Danestar Diano looks strong. I think Glock and Kyle also look pretty strong. So Glock has raced in the Prestige tier before, and there's a few really strong pairings, I have to say, and. Larkin obviously he's dropped down from Prestige. A few guys dropped down from Prestige tier. Obviously we do have, he's not racing tonight, but we do have Lakitu who's racing this tier. That might be a surprise to some drivers, because he was a front runner in the Prestige tier last season, but he is actually running with no line and no assist this season, and I have to say it just takes some time to get used to racing with no racing line. I can't really master the no racing line, so respect for him for trying that. And we've got 13 drivers, and I believe we'll get underway very shortly.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting one. We have seen Rain in one of the bottom tiers. I haven't seen what points tier Weather was. I believe they started on Inters. I'm not quite sure. But we will slowly get underway very shortly. We do apologise for the little delay. I think we're just waiting for a few drivers to get into the lobby. So do get into the chat on your comments of who do you think maybe take pole position tonight. Any predictions, Jamie, of who you might think might take that pole?
I know Danestar likes a cheeky qualifying lap. I think Danestar may take pole. It's going to get underway very shortly. And yeah, we're getting underway now, so the qualifying session will begin with 13 drivers. But yeah, Danestar is going to be my pick for pole position. What's your thoughts?
It's very hard, because it's up the top end of obviously what One Hub offers. I've seen Colin Mason in last season, and obviously I raced, fortunate enough to race against his dad in the prospect tier last season. I think he's one of the dark horses. He's come in to a tier above, and I think he's one to watch. He got a few podiums, I believe, last season in the tier he was in. Yeah, I'm going to go with Colin Mason. I think he's just one to watch and one to keep your eye out for. He could, you know, just get that surprise potential podium, or even a race win, or a pole position. As the drivers are now going to start a short qualifying session of 18 minutes. They'll have to set the fastest lap on any of the compound tyres that are available, depending on if it is a wet qualifying session or a dry qualifying session. If it is dry, they will have the option of the Pirelli C2, C3 and C4 compound tyre. That is the soft, the medium and the hard compound tyre. If you were in their situation, Jamie, what would you go for in qualifying? Would you go for the mediums or the soft?
Well, obviously in this game now, you don't get to choose your tyre allocation you get given for you, and you get 3 sets off the race. What I did in the race today, because it was a dry race, I was planning to do a soft, medium, soft. So I did my first run on medium tyres, and then did 2 runs at the soft tyres. So I made sure I had a fresh set of softs for the race. But because of the weather in our race, the soft tyres got wasted. But yeah, I think a lot of these drivers, you may see a lot of these drivers go out early on the medium tyres, because you only get 3 sets off for the race, and I think the preferred strategy choice in a dry race is soft, medium, soft, or medium, soft, soft. It looks like quite a dry qualifying session, but maybe a little bit overcast.
Yeah, that cloud is coming over a little bit. We've got everybody on the soft except from Yanel. He is on the medium, so obviously he's going with what you suggested, maybe the medium compound run first. Who knows, there may be some rain on its way and he's going to go for the medium tyre first because he doesn't want to waste. Oh, it's Dainstar goes to the mediums as well. Who is the first person out on track? Let me just see if we can get on board. I believe that might be Colin.
Yeah, Colin is. Oh, you mentioned Colin earlier. I'm going to mention a big shout out to Colin. He was big time from last game, and his qualifying that time was very impressive. It wasn't that far off actually getting into the prestige tier. Colin, you have to say, has really put the hours in this game. It's shown really good strength, and him and Casper, they could be dark horse contributors because Casper did win the podium tier last season, and they did get top threes in the podium tier last season, both these drivers. So yeah, I think the Williams guys could just be a surprise or two this season.
Yeah, as we ride on board with the Williams driver in with Colin Mason. Obviously, his father was in Prospect Tier last season, so he's obviously looking to do as well. I don't think he's racing this season, but we were very fortunate to have them both last season. As Colin is now going to start a flying lap, if you would like to do the honours of taking a lap around the Sao Paulo track in Brazil.
Yeah, breaking turn 1, it's traction quite difficult here. Let's say nice line to rest. Turn 2, yeah, nice line through there, runs a little bit deep, quite nice. Turn 3, flat out corner here down to DRS zone. The braking to turn 4. You may see 1 or 2 dive bombs in the race here. Down, quite good. Nice through jump out up the hill towards turn 6, turn 7. Quite a difficult section. You can easily lose traction to turn 6 and turn 7. I lost it a few times in the race today into the turn 8 and turn 9. Is complex here, quite slow corners, very technical. You have to really get your line perfect through here. And then into turn 10, obviously where Alex Albon and Hamilton collided in 2019 infamously. Into turn 11. We're approaching the final 2 corners now. This final corner, last real breaks on the track. Quite a good lap so far up the hill. This corner is not really a corner in the drive, mainly a king up the hill. DRS again, and this has been another nice solid lap corner. What can they do? Can we get to the 106s? Cross the line now. That'd be 105. No, it's a 106.4. Decent open lap there by Colin. He can go better. I think he can improve for sure though as the track goes up.
Yeah, a fantastic lap there by Colin Mason in the Williams as his team. Oh no, not his teammate. Lukey in the Alfa Romeo goes even quicker, not by much, but still a little bit with a 1:06.4. Not that far off the prospect here. The pole lap there was a 1:67, so not that far off from the the prospect. As Lukey is currently the pole, well, the provisional pole, as Ali B goes even quicker in the Haas car with a 1:63. So the times are definitely coming down. Who's on board? Let's ride on. Oh no, Larkin has invalidated, so definitely won't be him, and so is his teammate. So a double Mercedes invalid. Where is Glock gonna go? Glock goes in P7, just in front of his teammate for this season. ERT Kyle, that is part of ERT racing team. They are one of the sponsors for One Hub, and we are much appreciated for them being one of the sponsors. Glock sets a 1:68 on the mediums, so he's definitely going to look to improve as he's on his second flying lap. He's got a little bit of a Alpine in front who lets him through. He's now going to come up. Hopefully he's all good. Yeah, he's going to get through successfully. He's still on the medium, so he won't be as fast as the softs potentially. So
he's backed out this lap.
Yeah.
Want to go again. He's not running AMS or anything, so yeah, he's backed out every lap. But yeah, Daystar at the bottom. In the meantime, they're quite impressive laps. And I'm going to mention Lukey second place. He's racing one of the season 1. I believe Lukey was the first ever One Hub racing winner. So Lukey is a very experienced driver, and good luck for him there as I believe Bopper's in the pits. So yeah, these guys do all that because Yano has spun it in turn 8, I believe. Yeah, Jano's spun it. It's quite difficult for traction around there. Yeah, that's his lap route into come in the pits. Now, a lot of these guys, a few guys are mediums, but quite a few guys have done the softs. And, I should say, Danestar is preparing to go for a set of softs. Obviously, you can do 3 runs. There's much time to do 3 runs. Most of these guys can do 3 runs of Fatality. The Mercedes got another lap, but even survived it again. So the Mercedes guys are not having a great start this qualifying session.
No, it's not going well in Mercedes this evening at the moment, as they're both invalidated. I'm just back on board with J. Luke. He's on the mediums. He's currently in P11, which in some people might say is the OP qualifying position, as he is now going to cross the line. He's on the mediums. Let's just see if he goes up any further. No, he doesn't. But he is currently in P11 with a 1.74.
Yeah, they're slightly improving his time now. Lost some time in the final sector. So yeah, so he could have maybe got, if he had a decent final sector, maybe jump right back in there. But yeah, J. Luke having quite a long run on the mean tyres. Maybe just trying to bed himself into the track, because a lot of these guys are now going out again. Luke is going out on the medium tyres. He's in a slightly different run pad than everybody else, but the majority of these guys now are going out on softs. So I believe Colin Mason is the next guy to start flying up.
Yeah, I'm just riding on board with his teammate, which is Casper, as you mentioned, did well last season. Oh, Lukey's retired. So has J. Luke. Oh, they've had an incident on the track.
Yeah, there's been a collision there for sure. I've not seen any penalties pop up. Normally see penalties for that. But yeah.
Yeah,
so
I've just seen the. I've just seen the incident. Doesn't look to be causing too much of an issue on the track, but drivers are going to have to slow down.
Hopefully Lucas' car is a ghost there. He's right on the racing line. Hopefully that car is ghosted. Ghosting should be on it. His car's been cleared, so yeah, it's not a great start. Lucas did a good lap there, the soft, but he's not going to stay in as Casper's done it in the same corner, I believe.
Yeah. I don't know if you've noticed there's a glitch where they had an incident of a medium tyre sitting just right on the curb.
It's not on my screen, so yeah, that'll be on the stream obviously, but it's not on my screen. I know you have a few issues where I've not noticed a few issues in this game where you sometimes see drivers without a helmet on, which is very ill-advised.
Yeah, I think Casper has backed off his lap for now. We'll go on board with ERT Kyle, as he is in the other Red Bull with Glock for this season, in season 19, as he's going to come down the DRS zone, the one of 2 DRS zones in Sao Paulo. I think that's sector 1, turn 3 and 4, and I believe that's the end of the lap where we see the little kink. I'm not quite familiar with the Brazil track corner names. I know they're quite hard to pronounce. So
Portuguese.
Yeah, as ERT Kyle
get angry when you pronounce them wrong, so yeah, I'm not going to attempt.
yeah, I'm not going to attempt. As Larkin goes even quicker in the Mercedes and goes with a 1.6.2, but will ERT Kyle be able to match? He's currently coming through the last corner. The kink. He's going to activate that DRS. He's using ERS as well. He's going to get nice and tight to that wall, and he goes up into P7, or has he stayed there? As he sets, he has moved up with a 1.66. So a lot of drivers in the 1 minute 6s. What baffles me is that most of them, as Danestar goes into the 1 minute 5s, the first driver to dip into the 1 minute 5s this evening with a 1 minute 5.9. Do you think that was expected from Danestar, or is he just absolutely fantastic? As there's a Ferrari that's spun. Hopefully they don't come back on track. That must be JM. Yeah, as I was mentioning about Danestar, he is showing again in precision that he is a very quick driver. On the softs with a 1 minute 5.9. Impressive lap.
Yeah, it's an impressive lap. I'm quite surprised. Obviously, he showed really good pace last season. I'm quite surprised he didn't get moved up to Pinnacle tier, but the Pinnacle tier is stacked this season. Danestar will definitely fancy his chances, and a 105.9 this early session was quite decent, but I do expect to see a few more guys break into the 105s when they get that together. I think sure Jano is capable of it, and I think Glockies as well, because he did his lap on the medium tyre. So yeah, Dainstar are defending champion from this tier. It's quite surprising the defending champion tier staying in the tier, but there you go, and he's showing again why he's the reigning champion.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because obviously I know a few of the drivers from position tier last season, like Dainstar, being one of them, White Fountain. So it's nice to see, you know, returning faces, and also nice to see new drivers in different tiers as well. As we saw in Prospect tier, we had quite a few new drivers that did exceptionally well, should I say. As Colin Mason is going to come to the end of the line, is he going to improve? He's on the softs. And he goes in P2 with a 1.61. That is an absolute fantastic lap for the Williams driver, as Larkin goes, I believe, up to P3 with a 1.62. Most of the drivers are coming into the pits. They've done their banker laps, as we call them, now. But we'll ride on board with Ali B. No, he's gone into the pits. White Fountain, he's on a lap, I believe, but I think he has backed out because he's not using ERS. We'll ride on board with JM. Where's he going to go? He stays P9 with a 1 minute 6.4. Let's see what Fatality can do. He's on the medium. Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
Well, this guy's on laps, I believe. Yeah, as I mentioned, obviously Mason, obviously Colin's father, and he's actually racing this season. He's moved up to the points tier, so Mason is racing. He's racing the points tier this season. I thought I could mention.
Yeah, definitely. That's something to mention. Fantastic from both of them last season, and hopefully they have a fantastic season in points and precision season. As I mentioned, Fatality is now going to cross the line. Oh no, he's going to go into the pits. Yeah. So we'll just ride on board with JM. We saw both Ferraris in Prospect tier dominate the race, as you had the pleasure of battling them on track. We have one, I think, tonight because Lukey has retired. Oh no, he's Alfa Romeo. I always get confused because of the light, the redness of the. Yeah, JM has now pitted. I think the pits is
Battle Angel is a good friend of his, so they're quite close together. So that might be a good pair to look out for. Obviously, JM had a decent season in podium last season. Got second place, and yeah, he's moved up. A few guys have moved up. A lot of the guys, front runners, have podium here last season in this tier. It's interesting how they do this season. Casper is taking an interesting line. Trying to get out of people's way, but I don't think anybody's keeping in the way.
No.
Dainstar come out again. I wonder if Dainstar can improve even further shatter to the morale of this tier. If he's this quick already, he's barely cleared the game. How quick is going to be later on?
Yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, being only pre-season, everyone's just trying to find out where they are in the pack, in the tier as well. Obviously, there's a few drivers that are missing tonight, so it's you can't say it's, you know, going to be where mainly most people will be, because obviously you're missing 7 drivers, unfortunately, this evening. But we're still going to be in for an action-packed race with the drivers we have with us tonight, as I'm riding on board with the other Williams. Oh no, he's gone into the pits. I believe everybody's going into the pits. Obviously, the pit lane is an interesting one in Brazil. If you get it wrong, you will get penalised by the 5 seconds, as you have to kind of brake quite quickly. But yeah, most drivers are in the pits. We're going to go on board with ERT Kyle. As mentioned before, he's part of ERT Racing, which is, or Elite Racing Team, should I say, which is one of the One Hub sponsors for this season. We are well, thankful to them for sponsoring the league in the way that they do, and provide us with some fantastic drivers in the league. Obviously, we've got Kyle, we've got Nick, and obviously we've got Dex as well. So it's definitely yeah, a lot of drivers. Some might say an ERT takeover. Yeah.
Dainstar on a rapid lap here. This could be a mid-5 here. And as I see in the chat, it's mentioned of rain in 10 minutes that session. Maybe it's why guys got a bit earlier. Maybe there might be a rain in the session with Dainstar. He nails this. He could be a mid-1 minute 5.
Wow, he goes with a 1 minute 5.6. I think AlphaTauri are going to be the ones to watch if they both can get consistently in the top 10...
Yano's starting his lap now, 59 him. That's obviously AlphaTauri guys, you can see their car number on the halo, so it's going to be quite easy to identify them drivers. As Larkin's on a slow lap, what's Ali going to do? He's looking in sector 1, but I believe next guy to cross the line will be fatality maybe. Yeah, fatality, but he's invalidated his lap. Fatality is struggling to get a clean lap into life.
Yeah, obviously new game, new handling model. So it's definitely, obviously, as you said, the curbs are not drivers' friends. So as we run on board with Janel, he's going to come to the end of... No, he's gone in. Oh no, he's going to complete the lap. Where's he going to go? And he goes up to P2. So it's an AlphaTauri 1-2 at the moment, with Janel going up to P2 with a 1.61, and his teammate is literally 5/10 quicker. Oh no, as Janel goes...
Good luck from Ali, second place.
So two drivers in the 1 minute 5s, with a 1 minute 6 from Danestar and a 1 minute 5.9 from Ali B. Then we've got rounding off the top 3, we have Janel, should I say, with a 1 minute 6.1, the fastest in the 1 minute 6s. Then we've got Colin Mason with a 1 minute 6.1 in 4th. Then we've got Larkin in 5th with a 1 minute 6.2. Then we've got Casper in P6 with a 1 minute 6.3. Then we've got White Fountain with a 1 minute 6.4 in P7. And we've got the retired car of Lukey in P8. There is the rain. There's the rain now coming down as I finish off the current race leaderboard at the minute. Then we've got Lukey P8 with a 1 minute 6.4. As Danestar has retired, JM in P9 with a 1 minute 6.4. We've got ERT Kyle with a 1 minute 6.6 in P10. Then outside the top 10 we have Glock with a 1 minute 6.8. Then we have Fatality with a 1 minute 7.2. And then we've got J Luke rounding off the grid in P13 with a 1 minute 7.4. Now, all the drivers have set laps.
Glock get front row here. I think he gets just in time. What can you do? Yeah, second place for Glock. Good lap there for the Red Bull man.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a good day in the office for the Red Bull and the AlphaTauri drivers. Both providing great laps. Obviously, Kyle has now been pushed down outside the top 10, but that may be key for him to get back up in the grid if it is a wet race. But I suspect we may have some rain in the race, because if it's raining now, I suspect some of these drivers may have opted for the wet setup. So if I was going to say, if Dane starts using a wet setup and he's done a 1 minute 5.6, then yeah, fair play. So he should definitely be moved up. But it's going to be Danestar versus Glock into turn 1, as at the moment they are the two in P1 and P2. I think most of the grid is done. Yep, Glock is just the only one out now. So it's going to be an interesting one. We've got the two Red Bull driver academies. We've got Red Bull, and then we've got AlphaTauri. As that is qualifying finished and done. So it's Danestar who takes pole position in Precision Tier. So he will be leading the formation lap with a 1 minute 5.6 on the soft compound tyre. Just before the rain did hit, he got that lap in. As I believe we're just waiting for one person, which is JM. Yep, and that is qualifying done. So I'll let Jamie read out the the qualifying results.
Yeah, so in pole position we've got Danestar, second place Glock, third place Larkin, fourth place Ali, fifth place White Fountain, got that lap timing right at the end there, sixth place we've got Yarno, seventh we've got Colin, eighth we've got JM, ninth we've got Casper, 10th we've got Fatality, did get a lap in the end there, 11th Lukey, 12th Kyle, and 13th J Luke, and all the guys with soft tyres, they are within a second of each other, and obviously J Luke and Lukey, they both retired early on, so their grid positions are maybe not representative of their pace tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. The top 10, well, even the top 11, or no, top 12, are not even within a second. So I think if it is a dry race, or we do get some dry patches in the race. I think DRS will be very key to getting moves done, as we know some of these drivers are some of the best that One Hub has to offer. As we've still got the Pinnacle tier to come later this evening, which will be streamed at 8:30, I believe, with Indecisive and I can't remember who's on. Yeah, that'll be Sir Quinniff, one of our new commentators this season. I'm sure he'll be right in with the action with Indecisive for that. As we're just waiting for the drivers, or am I just? No, we are waiting for the drivers.
Timing screen now. I don't know. You've got no countdown, so I don't know what's
going on. No, I don't know. Oh no, it's just popped up. So we'll just wait for the timing screen. If you do want to catch any of the action with One Hub, or keep up to date with any of the action that One Hub has to provide, you can follow them on Twitter at One Hub Racing, or you can follow them on Twitch just by following or pressing that follow button, and you'll be notified by Twitch when One Hub go racing. 2 streams a week on Twitch, which will be split between different tiers. You might get Prospect and Pinnacle one week, and then the next week you might get Jamie and his fellow commentator and points tier, but they also will be on YouTube as well, the rest of the tiers. But all streams, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch, will be eventually put onto YouTube from Twitch. So if you're still used to YouTube them being on, then they'll always be there for you. You can follow or subscribe to One Hub on YouTube. It's One Hub Racing on there as well. So if you don't want to miss any action, that is where the best place is to find them. Also, you can join the Discord, which is on the Twitter page at One Hub Racing, where you can meet everybody, meet the management, the drivers, and be a part of what is a fantastic community that Jamie and myself have been a part of for quite a few seasons now. Obviously Jamie a few more seasons than myself. So as we're going to get underway with the formation, we'll just get all the nice graphics on the screen for you. TAS is not in operation this evening for the pre-season. It will be in operation with Jamie and his fellow commentator for round 1, which is in Australia next week. Australia, that's going to be an absolute, I think, fantastic race, especially with the curbs. I think that's going to be definitely an interesting one. As most drivers are on the softs, J. Luke's opted for the hards.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm not sure that's the right tyre.
Yeah.
It's mandatory to 2-stop, unless I might be guessing, unless there might be some fail lines that might get to that intermediate. But let's not forget, even if he does that, he still has to make 2 stops. So this hard tyre choice by J. Luke is rather intriguing. I'm not sure what the thinking is behind it. It's a mistake, I don't know.
Unless he's opting for the hards because of the safety car, because we had it in Prospect. So as the drivers are now gonna get up to the start finish line in their grid slots, we'll just wait for the drivers to end the formation lap. It's going to be Daystar who is going to be battling Glock into turn 1. We are in for an absolute fantastic race. We may get rain, who knows. It is going to be a fantastic race in precision tier for pre-season in Brazil, Sao Paulo. It's going to be a chaotic down into turn 1 as the drivers are now lining up on the grid for their grid positions. It's going to be Danestar versus Glock. It's going to be Red Bull versus AlphaTauri. We're going to get ready for precision tier in One Hub Racing for season 19. It is all going to be kicking off this evening as we are now going to wait for the 5 red lights. I'm just going to wait for them. Hopefully I can get a good angle. I'm not quite sure where the lights are from. We're just going to have to wait for the driver's telemetry. I can hear the lights, but I can't see them. Just gonna have to wait for the lights and the telemetry from the drivers. And it's lights out and away we go. Who is going to get down to turn 1? Is it going to be Danestar? Is it going to be Glock? No, Danestar gets down into turn 1, nice and clean, and Glock gets behind him. But it looks like Dane is already pulling.
J-Luke spun it. Yeah, he's put it in turn 2.
As there's a sector 1 yellow flag, which is unfortunately J. Luke. He started on the hards and he's already had a spin already, but Dainstar has already pulled a 5/10 gap on Glock already. The guy is literally just pulling away already in that AlphaTauri. He's not even using ERS. So, as JM and Colin, I believe, are having a little bit of a battle.
Yeah. Colin's got the inside line here. Does he sit it down the inside? Yes, he does. Of course, he does. Yeah, but James got the outside line, so he should have a better run. Yeah, the two Williams guys are getting very feisty. So just tight back side in turn 2. So the Williams guys no holds barred, but JM defended well there.
Oh, I have to interrupt you there. I just see Kyle go completely off the track and into the grass on the last corner. Oh no, it might have been somebody else. My game is deceiving me. Oh, as we've got the two Williams, I think the two Williams are going to battle into turn 1, but I think they know that team orders are going to play, and Casper sticks behind Colin for this. As we go back up to the front, XL Larkin has dropped, I believe, or he tried overtaking Ali B for the last podium spot.
Yes, Glock has stopped holding back the daytime. He's front 4 to start, pull away slightly from Mike Fountain, but XL Larkin looks like we're pull and move Ali B. Of course, no DRS yet. It is lap 2. Even though my thing to say lap 3, it is lap 2 of the race, so it's time, it's lap 3.
Yeah, I've got lap 3 as well.
XL Larkin, really feisty, but Glock is sticking with Daystar. Daystar is not out with DRS yet. Glock had a different. James had really nailed that launch. He had a perfect getaway, but Glock is keeping him in. The net of race still up front. Luke and Colin Mason go side by side. Run and Casper. Luke may have to do both Williams in his final sector. Luke's going to go round the outside, is he? No fix better on him, but Casper's got a little bit late with turn 1, turn 2. Luke may have a really good exit here. DRS is now live for Luke. Luke, if he gets a good run here, he's sure he gets moved up, but Casper does defend the inside line. Luke is going to go around the outside, but he's got the move done, and Luke is up to gain 2 places in about 3 cars there. Impressive stuff the Alfa Romeo man.
Yeah, Lukey proving that the Alfa Romeo may be his choice of car this season, which was a good choice that he got in the team negotiations that we had earlier on in the week, which was done fantastically by management. And yourself included in that. It must have been a hectic one, but it seems like you've got the car and the teammates all sorted, and it looks like they are having an absolute fantastic race at the moment. I don't know if you're having a leaderboard issue, but it's showing to me that White Fountain is 1 minute 9. Yeah, so Fatality gets a... have to interrupt you there, as Casper is going to go down the inside of Lukey and gets the move done even before turn 1. So he is right on the chase of Yanel for JM for P7. So the Williams are trying, I believe, to get up the grid as quick as possible. So I've noticed a lot of the drivers are extending track limits just a little bit more than what we would normally see Formula 1 drivers do. Hopefully they don't get any penalties, as we see Fatality gets the first one of the evening. Colin and ERT, ERT, Kyle and Colin have a little bit of a battle. I believe there's a little bit of a lag between the drivers, but it looks to be fixed now. But Kyle doesn't let Colin through, but Colin is going to get DRS, but I think he's going to be too far back. But Fatality is right on the back of Colin. Is he going to go for the movie? No, he thinks better of that.
Get JPEG, which is quite on. Colin gets a good exit there, so that's smooth through. But look, we've got 2 groups. We've got the first 7, and we've got Casper, Lukey, Kyle. As Luke's getting very close back to Williams. These guys have strong positions every lap.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because you've got half the grid split already. By literally within 5 laps, so it's going to be an interesting race, as you've got Lukey right on the back of Casper, Alfa Romeo versus Williams. So that's going to be interesting. Oh, Janel has had a spin and is dropped to P9, but we've got a little bit of a battle coming into the last corner. I believe Lukey was having to defend from Casper, as Casper is already side by side nearly with Lukey before they've even reached DRS, as they're going to go side by side, I think, into turn 1. Who is going to get there into turn 1? Is it going to be Casper or Lukey? Casper gets the move done, but we've also got behind them, we've got a little bit of a battle as well. I think Kyle got in front of Colin. No, ERT Kyle manages to keep the position, but Lukey is having another look. He goes down the inside of the DRS, and gets the move done. Oh, what has happened to Casper? Casper has gone off the track. Yeah.
Lost all the places. Lukey's at the 7th place. How can Lukey pull away? Because it's been all that fighting. All it's done is cause the top 6 to pull away. As Glock's getting very close back to Dainstar. Watch is quite close in Glock. Got really close in turn 4. I think Glock may fancy take lead here. Do you think maybe he's fancy sticking the DRS train, maybe saving ERS? As actually Dainstar do have some levels of ERS, but Glock he's right on Dainstar's pace in the race, so we're really being in line and also keeping with him. So Glock, Dainstar get wide there. Turn 1 and turn 2 to defend their place, but yeah, this front 4 is starting to pull away now.
Yeah, it's getting interesting. I think the top 4. Oh, it looks like Glock might be close enough.
He's got a run here,
he's gonna go round. Oh, they've touched.
Dainstar holds on just. Yeah, but Glock's on the warpath. Oh, he's showing Dainstar he's there, and he's got to be. It's a good racing though. Good defense job from Dainstar there, but Glock good for the quicker drive at the moment.
Yeah, both of them very well known in one hub. Obviously Dainstar, not just the racing side, the comms booth as well, as we've had. As there's a yellow flag in sector 2, that is ERT Kyle, as he's got back under the racing again, and we are back under racing for green flag. So I think it's going to be interesting, these top 4. Can you see any one of them trying to catch Dainstar? Obviously we know Glock has already proven that he can, but can Ali B and Larkin close that gap? But we're going to keep on board with... Oh, Dainstar's in the pits! So he's obviously going to go in, so that is going to promote Glock up to P1. The race lead is now his, but he's got Ali B and it looks like Excel Larkin right behind him. Dainstar has opted for the medium compound type of the Pirelli range. So they are now going to... Yep. I think the pit stops will now come into effect because of the 2-stop mandatory rule.
But Lukey and Yano side by side. Sorry, Lukey just holds on, but Yano's on the warpath here. Lukey is defending well. White Flight gets a penalty, but yeah, obviously I've seen the chat here. There is no rain for this race. It's going to be a dry race, so we see the standard soft green, soft strategy, and so these guys they've got the undercut, try and pull a gap. And let's say Glock and Ali, they have to react because Dainstar, he's going to pull away because Dainstar's got some clear air. No, he's catching J-Luke, that might affect him in a lap or so's time, but will any of these front 3 pits? I think Glock may. Yeah, Glock is. Ali's staying out and Larkin's staying out, so Glock seems to cover off Dainstar.
Yeah, Lukey is now in the pit. No, that's not Lukey, but no, it is Lukey. Lukey will go for the mediums, I believe. It'll be interesting what J-Luke goes for because he's on the hards. I think he may do a hard soft. It might be possible. I don't think he'll be wanting to use the mediums this evening. As there's this could be quite interesting. Both Williams are next to each other and they've got white fountain right on the back of them. This is for P5, so this is going to be quite interesting because of the Williams. They're going to have to get some team orders in play here because white fountain is really on the back of Casper. They're both, all 3 are on the soft compound tyre.
Yeah, let's say the Alpine car did quite similar to Williams there, but yeah, obviously Lukey has pitted in this battle, so Lukey's going to try and get some clean air, and yeah, white fountain's only got a penalty. Yeah, Casper and Connor swapped positions already. Ali's pits in the lead. He's got a 5-second penalty. That could cost him the race, that 5-second penalty. Connor, he's going to pit. Yes, he does. Casper does get DRS to defend from White Fountain. And, White Fountain didn't really get in there. Yeah, Connor is pitted. He's bolted from that strategy, and White Fountain.
As Dane Star sets the fastest lap for the race, which is a 1 minute 8.6. Just a quick mention on the fastest lap, the top 10 get a fastest lap point, but also P11 to P20 they do have the option of getting a fastest lap. I've got a fair few myself last season, I'm sure you have in as well, Jamie. As Glock and J Luke J Luke and Glock are going to have a battle.
Nice move there. That was crucial for Glock to get through. Glock was on the back of Dainside there, and he couldn't stay behind that McLaren guy because Dainside pulled away. And so Ali's lost a bit of time.
Oh, there's a sector 2. I think White Fountain and Casper have had an incident. No safety car or VSC at the moment. I think if there was a safety car or VSC now, it would benefit the soft runners that are still out.
Larkin's in, I'm sure he thought them, yeah. We had about 2 safety cars by the Daytime race.
Yeah.
Quite a clean race in comparison. As I did get a fast lap tonight, but obviously that's not counter stance, so
yeah.
I have to wait a bit further for that one, I think. But yeah, as Dainside is going to come out comfortably in the lead from Glock, but Glock, I have to say, I think Glock's got slightly better race pace, but he just can't get by. J Luke's staying out in hard times on the train. If the safety car comes out now, this would be great for J Luke, so he can get a cheap pit stop. That's what they're trying to do, hanging for a safety car, but I have to say it's been quite a clean race so far. If he was spins, but I'm not saying he cleans himself, I believe Yano. So Collins spun it there, he's hit the pit wall out turn 3, so Collins spun it there, and I believe he has got wind damage. His teammate needs to hit his house. The Williams guys, they both had spins this race. They've had decent pace in qualifying, but the race is not going well.
I have to interrupt you there, as we've got Yano and Lukey, Alfa Romeo versus Alpha Tauri. So it's Red Bull versus Ferrari manufactured engines. This could be quite interesting. Both on the mediums. They're both on fresh mediums. Well, Lukey 1 lap used already, but this could be quite interesting. As J Luke is in the pits, it'll be interesting to what he goes on, but we will keep on board with Yano for this race. Well, this end of lap. Is he going to get the move done? Yano goes down the inside. He's going to get the move done. Oh, a little bit of tap on the wheel. Is he going to get the move done? Lukey is really defending, but Lukey is going to keep the position, and J Luke goes for the soft, as I said. He'll probably
he'll get a great run down the inside line and sure to get the move done. Yeah, Luke is really good at defensive driving, but he can't do anything about that there. Jarno did the switch back there, allowed Lukey to get a little bit wide out of turn 2, but Lukey, he fancy running to turn 6. Does he brave man go for a move here? No, he doesn't, backs out of it, but yeah, Jarno's through. That's a crucial move for him now, and he's got to pull away because Lukey, he's got quite a slippy car, and if Lukey's got a slippy DRS, I believe he'll be right past again. The front 2 are still within half a second of each other. What can't do anything to get by. We might have to wait for the next pit stop. As Lukey, half a second guy. That's within range for Lukey to get a repass.
Yeah, I'm just riding on board with ERT Kyle. He's one of the medium runners, 11 lap mediums, as he's now going to come into the pits. Larkin gets the fastest lap. Sector 3, who is that's Fatality. He's facing the wrong way. Hopefully he... Oh, I'm so glad he's ghosted, because Colin just came through, and that would not been nice. Yeah, so...
out on soft tyres, they're going different in strategy to everybody else. And the other guys are on mediums apart from J Luke and Cars, so we'll watch out on their progress as Larkin's got Google and Ali. Larkin's very close to like Ali here for 3rd place. These front 4 start to converge again.
Yeah, the top 4 are roughly round about within the 2-second window. So it's hard, I think, to break away from anybody in Brazil because it's such a short lap, roughly around about the 1 minute 5 to 1 minute 7 mark. So I think you've got to pick your moment, as we saw back in 2019 with Hamilton and Albon. Unfortunately, Albon came off West, but Excel Larkin is going to go down the inside. He's going to get the move done already into turn 1. and he's gonna get off in pursuit of Glock for P2. But is Ali B gonna come back? He's gonna get the run on him. Is he gonna go for it?
He's going to get the move done. Yeah, he's got 3 pads there, and obviously Ali, he's got to try and stay within this lead battle. Took that 5-second penalty serve, which really cost any chance of a podium really for him. So he's got to try and stick with him. But yeah, Larkin was very kind there. He sort of didn't really find that. Larkin's feeling like I can get him a bit later on.
Yeah, I think it's quite interesting to see not Mercedes at the front, as we know in real life of F1. Mercedes are absolutely dominating it with Red Bull. It's nice to see that we get to see him one hub, you know, the different teams winning it, like AlphaTauri are currently the race lead at the moment with a Red Bull behind. But Glock is really on the back of that AlphaTauri. He's not going to go for it, I don't think, but he's going to get nice and close up to Danestar into turn 1 and turn 2. He might get a run coming out of turn 2, but he's going to be too far back, I think. JM
inside Lucas so nuclear, but Jarno's got the move done. I think yes, he's back again. These two fighting for all race. Every lap seems to change positions. Lukey is going to get slipstream again, but I think Jarno might be a bit too far ahead. Jarno should defend that inside line. Yes, he does. Lukey round the outside. He's going to brave it around the outside here, the Alfa Romeo man. Yes, he does. Jarno spins it. I wonder if there's a bit of contact there as Lukey runs a little bit deep. And Lukey is going to, I believe, let Jarno through, which will also allow J-League through. So I believe Lukey may have turned in on Jarno there. That's what I'm assuming, as Glock's closer to Danestar than ever before. But Danestar seems to get really good traction with Danestar. He's also got 89% back rate, so Danestar is really saving that back rate very well indeed.
Yeah, I think also the ERS in this game, it's so precise that you've got to hit it right, and you've got to be able to, as it looks like Glock is going to go for it. No, he hasn't. He's backed off, but he's really close. He's nearly on the back of that diffuser of that AlphaTauri. Is he going to get a run coming out of turn 2? I think Danestar knows he's there, as Glock is going to go for it. Is he going to go? He's going to go round the outside. Oh, no. Glock tucks behind, but Danestar knows Glock is there. He stuck his wing out. Oh, Glock had a little bit of a look again, but Danestar closed the door as they now go up the hill. I think Danestar is now going to start feeling the pressure on their mediums, because they are a lot older than Glock's 6. Oh, Danestar had a little bit of understeer from the back end of the car, so it's going to be interesting, as the Haas driver of Ali B is right behind Glock as well, and so is XL Larkin. So
Danestar's shooting Tiger obviously it's still not at the pit window yet. There's another 4 or 5 laps before these guys will pit for softs in the end. Because these guys have done 4 laps on the softs already, so if these guys go have new softs, look at Glock, he's got a really good one here, surely around the outside, surely this is his chance. He's got to take it now, round the outside. Danestar, we'll have the inside line here. Danestar defending well, but Glock surely has the momentum as Danestar's forced him to the curb a bit there, but Danestar gets a good exit. And who's got DRS? I believe Glock has DRS. He's got to go round the outside here into turn 4, and Glock surely has moved on. Danestar though is not going to back out, but he has to there, and Glock eventually takes the lead on the Brazilian Grand Prix. That's a long time coming for the Red Bull man.
Yeah, fantastic move there by Glock. 2 fantastic drivers battling it out in Sao Paulo this evening. Red Bull versus AlphaTauri. It was close to call, as we saw. Danestar nearly went off the track. Not really many battles at the moment. J-Luke is currently trying, I believe, to get that 10 seconds down to JM on the soft. We've got ERT Kyle on the softs as well. It'd be interesting to see what happens with this top 4 battle, because who strikes first with the pit stops, as I believe Danestar is right at the back. Danestar is going to... No, he's not. He's going to back out of it. He knew...
Glock has got much back with that. Danestar's got 65%, also 20%. Glock is going to have to play it safe here. And Danestar may fancy the repass here, but Danestar saving his battery again. Glock's only down to 8%, so Glock is defending really hard at battery. Dainstar may have the better battery life, which may be crucial. Ali B was struggling early on, but those guys are scrapping as Kyle sits fast out there, 108.2, and he's from way ahead of him. It's like Red Bull and the Mercedes in real life.
It's quite interesting because you've got the two battling right in front of the Haas and the Mercedes drivers. So if they make a mistake, the Haas and the Mercedes drivers have got to be like bam, they've got to pounce on it, they've got to react as soon as. So Ali B is, I think he might just want to back off a little bit, because if Dainstar goes for that move and it doesn't work, then it's not going to go well. I think Ali B is trying to... Oh, Glock... No, Dainstar had a look at Glock then, but the door got closed on him. 19 laps off 36. We've got roughly around about 17 laps to go. The race leader is on lap 19 of 36, as ERT Kyle gets into P9 and overtakes Casper for P9 there. We've still got this top four battle between Glock, Dainstar, Ali B and XL Larkin.
Yeah, and Lukey, getting ahead of Lukey. It's a good time to go both these guys to overtake out.
Must admit, there's a four-way battle here. It looks like for P7. Yep, Lukey's going to go down the inside in the DRS zone. He's going to get the move done. But is Yanel going to lose 2 positions because he's got ERT Kyle right on the back? Yeah, Yanel is going to lose 2 positions. No, he's going to battle. Oh no, Yanel goes wide and he goes deep into the corner. But look at this battle between the 2 ERT drivers.
It's through.
Yeah, Kyle is through.
Soft tyres, has to get these moves done because those soft tyres wear off pretty quickly. I was going to mention about Ali. I think Ali may pit early because he's got that 5-second penalty. He may do the undercut and try and get that penalty. But Dainstar blocked the weaving down the straight. Dainstar's back on the momentum shift, and Glock's hanging on just, but Dainstar's got a crucial battle advantage as Kyle from the back of Luke here. Kyle's too far back for a dive bomb, but he's going to look to get a good exit out of turn 2 to lead him onto turn 4. Luke gets good traction though. Luke's tracking quite decent, but Kyle will get slipstream. ERS, there's not much battery left. Running out of battery, that might cost him a chance to the overtake. Yes, it does. He's going to fight on the outside. Luke here. Luke hangs on just. But yeah, Luke's going to hang on here, wait till Kyle's tyres go off, they should pull away. They've got 2 Red Bull cars side by side again, Casper and Yanel's struggling now.
Oh, I have to interrupt you there, as Lukey went completely off the track a little bit, as Colin gets a 3-second time penalty.
Dainstar for the lead again. Yeah, Dainstar gets moved done pretty easy there. Glock to Glock fight it? No, he cannot. But Glock will get the DRS and the down straight. Can Dainstar fight between these guys? Weaving down straight previous lap. Dainstar goes to the inside line very early, which means Glock has to go on outside. And Dainstar moves there. A bit of switch back there, a bit of banging wheels. With Dainstar hands on, just a bit late move there from Dainstar there, but just about hangs on. And look at Ali. Ali is licking his lips here. You just see these 2 running into each other, and he'll take the lead. These 2 have contact. Ali and Larkin will be fighting for the lead.
Yeah, I can definitely see Dainstar and Glock being in next week's rivalry in one hub, which has been a new feature since last season, where drivers are put into the rivalry for each tier. I suspect these 2 will be in there round 1. They've provided so many battles so far, as Glock is right behind, but we've also got Ali B. Ali B is going to go for a move, I believe, on Glock, but is he going to go for it? He's going to... late!
Contact! Glock hangs on just. Glock has to take avoid action, and yeah, that's going to allow Dainstar to pull away. Dainstar's crucial out here. Look at Larkin. Larkin's the back got clear. Glock was lost out there due to having to go off the track, and Glock's going to hang on just, but Dainstar is... If he gets a good middle sector here, Dainstar may be out of DRS, so that might be a race winning. I'm to be a race-winning move there. It wasn't Glock's fault. Obviously, Ali sent him inside. There wasn't really space. Glock had to take more in action, and Glock did very well there to hang on. It was Larkin. I thought Larkin a bit of the move done there, but Glock did well to hang on 7th place there.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. What Ali B tried to do, I think he knew the move was there, but it was just fading. Yeah, he knew eventually once the move had been fatality with another 3-second time penalty. He's not gone. Yeah.
Done his pit there, but stays out. So the pit window for softs will be open. I'm surprised Ali didn't pit there. I thought he would have pitted to maybe go for an undercut, but no, he's staying out. So he actually lost the position there from Larkin due to that contact. It was front four again. Resumed battle. Kyle has cleared Lukey for 8th place, so that is crucial. But these soft tyres tracked off now, so Lukey may fancy a repass here. Not this like that. The pit window for soft tyres is open, so these guys appear. I believe Dainside will be the first to pit. He was the first to pit previously. His tyres slightly more one burst around him. As Larkin's doing 11 laps, Larkin may fancy at the end going a little bit longer and have the pressure time in the race. That might be his way to win the race.
I think this stint they'll possibly use as a long stint. As me and my fellow teammate in Prospect, we were discussing this earlier. Maybe the second stint, well, the medium compound, you can potentially have that longer stint on it. So it's going to be an interesting one. No, Glock and Dainstar are both in the pits, so XL Larkin will take the race lead with Ali B and P2. So they are going to go for the soft compound tyre, I believe. We'll see what. Yeah. So who is Glock going to be able to jump him in the pits?
Dainstar's got it covered, I believe.
Yeah, just about.
There's J Luke's in as well, so you go for the set soft. So yeah, J Luke did do the hard soft strategy. He's done quite well. He's in 6th place, so J Luke from the back of the grid is pretty good for maybe a top 6 maybe. So it's worked out quite well for him. And when will Larkin go another lap to maybe, or will he cover the front two others? Dainstar's got some nice clear air, so he'll be able to put some nice fresh lap times. And so block these two will presumably drag each other along, and maybe have a bit more of an advantage over Larkin and Ali. I wonder if Ali, rather than going long, I wonder if he might go short. I wonder if Ali might go long, because he's got to serve that penalty. In 5 seconds here, it's going to throw him out of any league battle, and maybe he might fancy doing a little bit different strategy.
Yeah, I find with the 5-second penalties, it feels like life eternity.
Yeah, it does.
Oh no, Larkin gets a 5-second, so he's now going to serve that, I think.
No, you don't serve it. He gets back into his race time. So if Larkin's going to win this race, he's going to have to pull a 5-second gap unless other drivers get corner cut penalties. There's not been that many corner cut penalties today. It's been quite clean in terms of that. But a few guys, it is quite difficult pit entry. We've got Casper having a run yellow here for P.
Glock gets a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah.
So that's going to not help him at all. Oh, as Larkin has come out at the wrong time, wrong place, as Glock was having to defend from Dainstar. That was not what I think Larkin wanted to come out in front. Well,
he's in the lead. He's overcut the guy, so if he can pull away, it might work. But yes, the DRS will surely drag on these front two, and yeah, Dainstar's in 3rd place, but he's in the net race win at the moment. If he stays here and avoids them penalties, he will win the race. I'm just going to check Dainstar's warnings. No, he's got a clean sheet. Oh, he's got 1 warning. So yeah, Dainstar's got 1 warning. So if he just stays where he is now, he's going to win the race. He's got a full churn of battery.
Yeah.
Does pits, so he did go longer, and you know, you want to get that penalty. No, sorry, that's JM. I mean,
as Glock's going to go down for the move. Glock has gone for the move into turn 1. I don't think Larkin's going to fight it. No, he is going to fight it. They're going to go side by side coming out of turn 2. Dainstar is probably licking his lips right now as these two are battling it. Dainstar is going to go for it. Dainstar has had a look, but he didn't go for it. Yeah, as J Luke sets the fastest.
So he's getting very feisty. Ali's a long way back. He's 6 seconds back. That shows how costly that penalty is. But if these guys keep fighting, Ali may still have a chance.
Yeah, fantastic racing from the top three, especially coming out of turn 2 and into turn 3. Lukey gets a 3-second time penalty. J. Luke also got the fastest lap with a 1:07. I'm not quite sure what the rest of it was, but it was a 1:07, so I don't know if anyone will beat that.
Well, they should for him. Like, J. Luke, he's got decent pace. Obviously, we didn't see his qualifying.
No, as Danestar goes even quicker with a 1:07.7 in the AlphaTauri. It is gonna be the last few laps. 27 out of 36 completed. We've got the remaining, I believe, 9 laps. Yeah. Oh, Glock's gonna go down the inside of XL. Are they gonna battle between? Yeah, Glock is gonna get the move done. No, Larkin comes back. Up the hill they go. Are they gonna? No, they're gonna keep battling up the hill. One of them's gonna have to back out. No, they're still going side by side. Oh, a little bit of a nudge from Glock, but it looks like Larkin's gonna keep the position. They were in battle for at least 3 to 4 corners.
Great racing.
So
side by side for difficult corners and race outside. There's incredible driving from for. Yeah, she's putting a show today. We often get DRS and Larkin. Say, he got his elbows out there. I'm quite impressed by that. As Danestar's just hanging back. Danestar knows if he stays, he's going to win the race. So Danestar, I think, is taking it a little bit easy at the moment.
As Glock and Larkin are now coming through turn 1 and 2 with Danestar in the top 3 as well. As I think, yeah, Glock is going to get that run coming out of turn 2, and the game gives us a really poor angle. Oh no. As Glock gets the move done, apologies there for the camera issue, as Larkin is going to go for it.
Yeah, I've diffused that red bull. It's really close there. Yeah, Glock's got a bit more under control this time. Giano put some penalties, so there's really a few penalties now as obviously cars mainly, mainly in the centre rest is where you get all corner cut corners around here.
Yeah, obviously with roughly around about 7 laps to go, 7-8 laps, it's gonna, I think, come down to the wire, because the top 2 know they have to pull away from Danestar, but it is incredibly impossible to pull a gap from Danestar. As Danestar has got DRS on XL Larkin, is he going to go for the move? He's going to go, oh, he's darted one corner, he's darted the other, he's going to go down the inside. Glock is literally right in front of them. Danestar is going to get the move done coming out of turn 2. Is he going to get the move done? Yep. Danestar moves himself up to P2, but I think Larkin is going to go for the move. No, he's going to keep. He's too far back, and you can see in the back of the camera, you could just see Ali B coming out of turn 2. That's how far they are in front. But Ali B is closing up that gap. He is now 4.4 as Larkin goes deep into the corner. He's right on the back of Danestar at the moment, as ERT Kyle gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That is probably for corner cutting, which I suspect possibly is turn 1 and 2, as they are now going to come through back again through the last well, I wouldn't call it a corner, it's a kink. That's how quick the laps are in Brazil. Done and dusted. We are now on lap 29 of 36, so we are now 7 laps left, as Larkin has been overtaken by Danestar before even turn 1, and Danestar has got the move back up into P1 coming out of turn 2, but is Glock going to get the move done? He's going to potentially not get the move done. He did have the run, but he decided to back out. But Glock is right on the back of that AlphaTauri. I think Danestar knows he's there.
Yeah, Danestar just knows he's got to get this. Yeah, Danestar is doing all the right things. He knows if he's up the inside, he doesn't have to fight it too much, but he knows he's not going to give the place up easily. Danestar wants to win his race on the track, I believe, to really assert his dominance. But yeah, he wants to really assert his dominance on the field. We have to see what Larkin, they've got their elbows down. So that battling a few laps ago, I'm really impressed by that. That is really supreme, skillful driving by both the drivers. Danestar's got a half-second gap now. I believe he might be okay. pull away a little bit slightly. Ali's charge has halted, has stopped a little bit. That gap's around 4 or 5 seconds. So Ali, obviously, I believe Larkin has a drive-through penalty, a 5-second penalty. So Ali being maced to get on the podium, he's got to pick up the pace a little bit more.
Yeah, as I saw last season, as I was the commentator for Precision, we saw classic battles between Danestar and Chris. It was Mercedes versus Ferrari. But this evening, in this season, Danestar has a new challenger. It seems like it, with Glock is in his rear mirror this evening. Danestar is currently the race leader with 5 laps remaining, as we are on lap 31 of 36, as Ali B gets another 3-second time penalty, and ERT Kyle is out of the race.
That'd be a safety car one.
Safety car is out. We are gonna.
Wow. So everybody will surely pit for. Will you pit? Would you pit now for a fresh set of softs? I think you may.
I think if you've got the gap, then go for it. If you're in Daystar's position, I wouldn't, because you're literally going to be.
Glock's coming in. Oh no, baited. Larkin's coming in. So Larkin, obviously, he has that 5-second penalty, I believe. So this is no brainer for him to pick. So he'll get with that penalty, and also he will get a fresh set of tyres. So it's no brainer for Larkin to pick. And JM will give the 4th place, I believe. And I believe Larkin will come out in 5th place. It's going to be tight with him and J-League. I think J-League's coming in as well. So Larkin will come out in 5th place, so yeah, interesting if Larkin needs fresh tyres. Obviously, we believe he'll probably have 2 or 3 laps. Do you think it'll be 2 laps to go when it comes in? So Larkin will have the fresh tyres, but he's got to pass 4 cars to win the race, and that's going to be a tall order, I think.
Yeah, obviously we've seen Carlos Sainz do it in 2019, where he won his first podium for McLaren. He went completely from the back of the grid to eventually getting that podium late on in the evening. I know Larkin's a very good driver. All these drivers are very good. I just think it's just too much to ask with 4 laps left. You know, take P4, P5. You know, he's had a fantastic race in Mercedes. He can come back stronger in Australia and maybe get himself on the podium. He knows he's got the pace. He knows now where he fits in this grid. Obviously, we've still got 7 drivers to come back next week, which will give us the full grid. But yeah, we are under safety car rules, so no drivers are allowed to overtake, and they have to keep in with a car's length of each other. Danestar is your current race leader. Then we have Glock in P2. Then we have Ali B rounding off the top 3. Then we have JM in P4. Then we have XL Lark in P5. Then we have Lukey in P6. Yanel in P7. We have Casper P8. J Luke in P9. Fatality in P10. But he probably will drop because he's got like 9, 12 penalties, I think. Then we've got outside the top 10, which is Colin Mason in P11. And we've got White Fountain rounding off in the points finishes that would be on offer tonight if it was in the 10 races that are provided by One Hub. Then the only retirement is ERT car, which was the cause of this safety car. Obviously with One Hub, their point system is that the top 12 get points, so it doesn't matter if you're not inside the top 10. 11th and 12th will get points, so there is going to be battles all on the track for points, because every point matters in league racing, as we all know, as we are lap 33 of 36 under safety car in Precision Tier for One Hub Racing in season 19. I believe the safety car will be in this lap, because yeah, we're going to have 3 laps of racing. It's going to get hot and spicy as the safety car is now going to come in this lap. Who do you think will get down into turn 1? Are you Team Danestar or are you Team Glock?
Danestar, I think Danestar. He knows what he's doing. He's got the experience. He knows what to do. He'll probably do a Max Verstappen run through start. Just not go until the very end. And Glock's got to be aware here, because Ali B, we know he's very feisty, and Larkin can clear JM. He might have a chance, but he's got to clear that fry pretty quickly.
Oh, I think, have you seen the front of that grid? Ali B has already, I think, got them. No, they're all going to go back to racing.
Jail the inside of Larkin. Larkin gets moved on. James in third place. No, James can clear Glock here. He may have a chance, but he's got to clear Glock pretty quickly.
But I'm just look at Larkin. He's already up to P3 already. Fantastic from the Mercedes driver. We may have said it was a tall order, but he's proven us wrong, and he's up to P3.
Yeah, so it's got a 3-second time penalty, so yeah, and so's Lukey, Ali and Jano, so they've got 3-second time penalties. So
oh, Ali B gets a
penalty. He spun it, he spun it on the curb, but might have been contact there, so Ali B is out of this race, but Larkin is all the back of Glock. He knows he wants to win this race, he has to get this done this lap, but there'll be no DRS, so he's going to have to purely outbrake the guy, and Glock got a really good run over there. Glock may fancy run Dainstar here. He got a really good run through the final 2 corners.
Yeah, as we are now on lap, well, we will be in a second, on lap 35, 2 laps left, so it's now or never if you want to get them moves done and get yourself up potentially even higher in the race.
Gianna going side by side. J Luke has got the move done. 2 ERT drivers here. J Luke is through them side by side again though. These two going side by side for a few laps here now. Oh, banging wheels there. J Luke and Giano. J Luke and Giano. J Luke's going to get the move done. Yes, he is. Oh, but he's going on the curb. These guys are side by side. Like we saw with Glock and Larkin before. They're still side by side. Can J Luke get the move done? Yes, he can. And Casper.
Yeah, and also, yeah, with the Casper situation, he's got his teammate right behind, so he's going to have to be careful. I imagine they are in a party chat between the 2 drivers, just making sure they don't collide and we don't have a Ferrari disaster between Sebastian Vettel and Leclerc. As the drivers are now going to come up to the final lap of the precision tier in One Hub Racing for season 19 in Brazil. It looks like XL. Yeah, Larkin has got P2, but I think Larkin knows because Glock has got that penalty. Glock knows that
this could be a drag race between Dainstar and Larkin down the line. We'll call it now. This could be a drag race.
Yeah, I think it will be. I think it's going to be that like drive to survive moment. Who is gonna, yeah.
Fake cars as well, which is pretty apt, but obviously not the second place rather than the win, but yeah.
Yeah, as they are now coming through up the hill. Oh, Larkin's really back on the back of that diffuser. Is it going to be Dainstar or Larkin?
So much more grip. He had the opportunity here to be passed, but he can't be overtaken here. He's just got to get a good exit at the front of the corner. He should do it. We've both got enough battery, and Larkin will have DRS, so Dainstar's just got to try and get the best exit he can. And Larkin's got to get one here, but will the line call in time for him?
As we now come into the final corner, who's going to get the race win? Is it going to be Dainstar? Is it going to be XL Larkin? Larkin has got DRS. Is he going to get it?
Oh!
Daystar just gets it by not even a 10th. Wow, Glock gets a 20-second penalty.
Wow, what happened there? I don't know what happened there.
Wow, what an absolute fantastic finish to a pre-season race in Precision Tier for One Hub. Jamie, I tell you what, I think you're going to be in for a fantastic season with this tier. Obviously with the other commentators, I am just a fill-in for tonight, and the action I have seen on the track, wow. I think I might just have to tune in and watch the rest of the season that unfolds in Precision Tier. What a fantastic race from Dainstar, Larkin and the others as well. Obviously Glock was in that battle as well. I don't know what the 20-second penalty was for. It seems
it might have been for a Delta, because obviously only really 3 laps to go. It might have been for a safety car Delta, and obviously 3 laps to go, you don't have to serve drive-through, so just added the race time. So that's for. But yeah, what a finish that was. I thought Larkin had it, but the line came up just in time for Dainstar. So great drive for him. And
as we now wait for the results from the thing. Yeah, so I'll let you read them out.
Larkin in 2nd place, JM in 3rd place, good drive for him on the podium. J Luke in 4th, but Casper in 5th, Luke in 6th, kept out of trouble at the end there. Yandel 7th, Whitefire in 8th for the fastest lap. Colin finished 9th, Fatality finished 10th, Ali B finished 11th, Glock 12th, and Kyle 13th who did DNF as obviously got obviously. So yeah, 12 finishers, and obviously now we've got to nominate our driver of the days.
I think it's going to be a tough one with an absolute fantastic race. But I think, for myself, I'm going to give it to XL Larkin. The way he came back in them final laps, we said it was going to be a tall order. He gave Danestar a fantastic push to the end. So my driver of the day is going to be XL Larkin.
Yeah. What question are you asking?
Oh, I forgot for the question. After the safety car restart, you knew you had a few drivers to clear. Did you think it was possible? Did you even think you was going to be that close to Danestar to even possibly have the race win in that touching the hand of the pre-season race this evening? And for yourself, who is your driver of the day and question?
Well, I'm going to go a bit outboxing. I like to go a bit of an underdog. I'm going to go for J-Luke. From the back of the grid to 4th place, I think he showed really strong pace. And I'm going to ask him, obviously, after that incident qualifying, how did you get your head into the game and get a really good result at the end there? You really did drive well, and I think you've shown you've got really good pace this season. Obviously, I want to mention, I think Danestar is maybe asking for a move into Pinnacle tier for next to the season, so we might see Danestar might move up to Pinnacle tier. We'll see. We'll have more news on that if we get it, but Danestar may be racing the Pinnacle tier for the season. So
yeah, yeah. Well, that's precision tier done in one hub race, should I say? For season 19, we're off to a banger in pre-season. Fantastic racing from all the drivers, and thanks to Jamie for sharing the commentary booth for the season. Hopefully I can come back later in the season, maybe as a reserve commentator, and fill in and join you in the com box again for, well, what could be another fantastic race in one hub. That's it from myself and Jamie for Precision Tier in one hub this evening for Precision in Brazil. It's been an absolute pleasure to join Jamie for this, and it's good night from myself, and it's good night from Jamie.
Yeah, good night. See you.